All right, so in the shop with Barry Martinez of Wing Down Racing driving experience. Can we just get a tour here first off?
Yeah, how you doing, Eric?
Good, how are you?
Welcome. Good. Yeah, we can do a tour here. This is our Wing Down facility. This is where we do all of our shop work and stuff like that on a nightly and weekly basis, actually. We prep all the cars in this area here. We do all our wash down outside, but every week we bring them in and get them up on stands, roll them in. Basically do all the weekly maintenance in here. Eric's car here. That's Tanner's. This is Alden Ostrom's here. He's running the 305 program with us. This is the old 66. It's now the 99 car that Paul Rollo is coming down out of Edmonton, DC, going to run the full season with us under a lease rental.
So how many cars do you own?
We've got right now collectively 6 cars complete that could race.
So 5 in here, and then
5 in here. Got one on the back side of the wall here, and then we got a spare 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. So what else you got all in here? You've got a backside.
Yeah, I'll take you into the back here. Back here, of course, Rick Favre is a big part of this thing. He helps me week in, week out. He's here every day working on cars and clean up and stuff like that. And here's his race program. That's his 410 car there, and Levi Klatt drives that one for him.
Yep.
And that's his 360 car from when the Nationals come. But typically what we do on a weekly basis, we'll bring all the cars outside, do all our washing out there. If we happen to tear one up, this is kind of our tear down area here, so our dirty area, so to speak. And so we'll rip them apart here, bone them out, and start building new ones in the showroom over there.
All right, well, sweet. That's this side. What else do we have here?
So in doing this, and when we brought Ricky in, he was an ex-machinist. He had an injury to his leg and his back, so we picked up a few machines here for being able to go through rear ends and do sprint car rear ends. So when Larry McNulty retired, I talked with him, and I know he talked with Alan also and got them going up for the guys down south. But we're rebuilding rear ends too.
Wow.
So a little bit of everything.
So what is, I guess, it feels like you can do everything. Is there one thing that you can't do here, or can you pretty much do everything here?
Well, I mean, when it gets down to the motors, I mean, we're, Shark's right next door to us here, so he does all our new builds for sure. He does a lot of our freshenings, and, we take care of all the weekly maintenance and stuff. We do all that. We roll our own valves and take care of the rest of the whole program. I do all the fuel systems on all the cars, so that's my definite dedicated job every night at the track, is making sure these things are fueled right, because they're very expensive. And if you screw up, it can be very expensive. So that's kind of it. Other than that, we handle pretty much everything here, We build all the front ends out here. We put all the rear ends together here. The full, complete chassis builds are all done here. We're pretty self-sufficient here, that's for sure.
I mean, step back in time, just looking at this banner, which is sweet.
Yeah, that used to hang in my folks' campsite up at the racetrack when we had the place we did for, we were down in the northwest corner for well over 20 years. I had a campsite there, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun back there. It was good times at night, but anyway.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Yeah. So over here, that's an 83 Tognaut. That's my first race car. I started in 1991 on the pavement, actually. And I still blame Jay Barnes forever getting me into this deal. I used to I was a muscle car guy, and I had a muscle car. I built all my own motors, and I did a lot of that stuff. And, I restored cars and did all kinds of stuff before I got into sprint cars. And that was my repair shop for my first 20 years also. So once I saw his car, it got me, I go, what is that thing? And I went and looked at it, and there's no transmission in it. And man, this thing's like direct drive. It's like my V-Drive race boat. I went out and watched him, and man, I was hooked. I got to get one. So it just so happened I had an old 69 DZ302 car that a guy wanted really bad, and his name was Dick Westby, and his older brother was Irv Westby, which he owned the car. He owned that car.
That car that
ran at Skagit. I think Ray Moore drove it back in the mid 80s. And then I took and I converted it to pavement and went and ran out there for like a year and a half. And that's how I had my own business. And I was in my early 20s and figured out it was hard to go up and down the highway and not a lot of money. So I figured I could go to Skagit and tip it over every week and be cheaper. So I did that.
And is this your first dirt sprint car?
It is. It's the same car. I converted it back to dirt and just changed the colors on it, kind of made it my own. Those are actually original colors that ran. That maroon and white was on it when I bought it. I just ran it that way.
Oh, sweet.
If you look, back then, those guys had some big cojones. No arm guard. You can see the low back seat, no little triangle they used to run back in them days. There was no full containment seats. There's no arm guards. It was crazy.
Just letting it go out. And
oh man, I'm telling you. So
that's crazy.
It was cool.
Well, it's a really neat shop.
Thank you.
Can anyone come in if they want to learn more about this? Is
Yeah,
it
absolutely.
open to the public,
I mean,
kind of?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, everybody's welcome to come by and take a walk through. Ricky, like I said, Ricky's here every day. I got to give a lot of credit to Kevin because this kind of all stemmed from approaching Kevin once he bought the racetrack that I knew I was done racing, and a lot of people helped me when I was getting going. And so when I was kind of on the tail end of my deal, I've been helping guys for well over 10 years,
Yeah.
you know, just kind of schooling them privately out there. But I wanted to try and chip in and help kind of be a stepping stone for kids coming out of Deming, going to Skagit, or coming from another class and going to Skagit, or even first-time guys, you know. So that was really my vision. And my forte was 410s. You know, that's what I was the best in. I ran double duty from probably 2004 to 2008 or 9, somewhere in there. And had a lot of good years with laps under them, but I wanted to give back, and I want to keep people going. I want to keep people safe because I know from all the things that I've learned along the way, I can save a lot of people a lot of money, for one, just on how to do your maintenance and stuff like that, motors and what to look out for, and help develop them and help them with driving skills, and check the brakes before you get off the track or to the pits, because I've seen some bad things happen in the pit area. A guy comes in and doesn't know he doesn't have brakes. Ran right over a toolbox and smashed somebody in the workbench, and
that's terrible.
Just weird stuff like that, you know. And it's nothing you expect, or how to get it out of gear. You got to bump the throttle a little bit, and there's a lot of quirky little stuff. And in dirt racing, it's not like pavement. You can't go out and just practice every Friday night. You know, there's track prep involved and all that, so you don't get opportunity to go out there. And if play day rains out, then you're going racing, and you've never been in a race car. So let's vision that.
Yeah.
You know, think if I put you in one of these cars and say, hey, Eric, go race, have fun.
Are you offering?
Yeah. Well, we'll put you in a car.
I'd love to be in a car.
Yeah. No, we can get you in some laps.
So besides having Wing Down, you also own Speed Mart.
Yeah.
How do the two tie together there?
I mean, Speed Mart, that's my daily job. I mean, I've been selling parts. I'm the longest standing guy on the pole that I know of servicing racetracks with parts, because I originally bought out the Burroughs Racing Center from Jim Burroughs.
Yeah.
In 1998, I want to say. And then I converted it, and I turned it into advanced sprint car and truck accessories, because I had that going also. I had auto repair, truck accessories, and the sprint car parts.
Wow.
And racing. So
You had a lot.
we had a lot going on. I finally sold off the repair shop and focused on the truck accessories and the sprint car parts for probably a good 10 years or so. And then I started a second location up in Burlington back in around 2008-ish, when everything tanked. So that was a little challenging, but I had another partner come in, and he was around for a few years, and that's kind of when we joined forces with Speed Mart. Ben Curtis was ready to go his own way, and Shauna was looking for another partner. So we joined forces and did a great job together. She was planning on being there for 3 years, and on 3 years, she hit the bricks.
Yeah.
But, you know, Shauna great mentor also in racing. Very competitive. So we were both competitive with each other. She's got way more credentials on the road than I do. And it really turned into a great deal.
Well, Sweet Berry, this is an amazing shop. Thank you so much for your tour. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's cool.